again from Southern Oklahoma Library System with another cooking experience for you all. Today's presentation is available thanks to a grant from the Oklahoma Department of Libraries with federal funding from the Institute of Museum and Library Sciences. We hope that something you get out of this class today will help your family become healthier. So today what I'm going to do is a crustless quiche. Emily and I had a discussion yesterday about what's the difference between a quiche and a frittata. And my gut reaction was, well, a frittata is cooked in a cast iron skillet as opposed to a pie pan. But I looked it up and that is indeed one of the differences, but a frittata is also cooked partially on top of the stove. This is all cooked in the oven. It's easy and it's crustless, which means you don't have the calories that you're dealing with that. So there are just a few ingredients. We start off with 4 eggs. And we're going to beat those 4 eggs together. First of all, you preheat your oven to 375 degrees. And then you're going to, in a large mixing bowl, and I love these instead of bowls, using these big measuring cups because you have a handle to pour things with in a little spout. So I'm going to use this today. I whisk together the eggs with the milk, cornstarch, and mustard. So here's my eggs. I'm going to just mix them up a little bit. And this is 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. And mustard, this is supposed to be dried mustard, but I looked in my I thought I had mustard in my pantry, but I didn't. Well, I had mustard seeds. So I thought, I'll just use a squirt of mustard. It probably won't matter that much. This also has ham in it. Ham, cheese, and mustard go pretty good together. So it's just a little squirt of mustard, probably not even a teaspoon, that I have mixed up in here with the cornstarch and the eggs. And this is 1 1/3 cups of milk. In my refrigerator, I also found some sour cream. The recipe doesn't call for sour cream, but I'm pretty sure that like 2 tablespoons of sour cream will just give this a little more rich flavor, and it will sit up a little better when it starts to firm in the oven. So this is just a couple of tablespoons of sour cream. Okay, after that's mixed up well, you're going to stir in onions. Okay, let me tell you guys something. I bought these chopped onions the other day at the store. These chopped onions are not very chopped. So don't go into it thinking that you're not going to have to do any chopping, because I had to chop some more in that. So this is a 1/2 cup of onions. The same thing is true of these mushrooms. This is a 4-ounce can of mushrooms drained really well. So I'm going to stir that in too. Tomatoes. This is a can of diced tomatoes. And it's the same thing, guys. This thing says diced and it's not. It's like cut into chunks. It should say chunked, not diced. Because I had to, and that's what I hate about, that's what I dislike about cooking, is chopping and cutting stuff. I just want it to be ready and put it all together and stick it in the oven and be done. So this is a 1/2 can of diced tomatoes, very well drained. You also drain your mushrooms well. Okay, then I'm going to add the ham. This is a 1/2 cup of ham. This is just lunch meat ham that I've chopped up. So you add all that together. You liberally add some salt and pepper. This is about a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. and ground pepper. I love ground pepper. It says liberally, so there you go. The first thing I should have done was I should have sprayed my pie pan first. The Pyrex pie pan. So all you do is you just pour this whole cup full of ingredients into the pie pan. Be sure you get all that goodness in there. This is one of those dishes too that, you know, if you have a cup and a half of ham left over, use the whole thing. It doesn't matter. Then on the top, we're going to add half a cup of cheese, shredded cheese. This is Jack and cheddar, and some Parmesan cheese. Just add it on the top. With some croutons. Okay, so we're going to go over here. We're going to put this in our handy dandy toaster oven. Here is what it will look like in about 35 to 40 minutes. Isn't that pretty? It smells wonderful. So I hope you guys make a quiche that's crustless, a little healthier, and you know, these ingredients kind of things are kind of flexible. You probably shouldn't put a whole lot more milk in it than that, but you know, if you have 5 eggs, use 5 eggs. Be flexible. Thanks for being healthy with me.